Good morning, Morgan, and good morning to any of Morgan's friends that have joined us for today's video. And in today's video, we're going to continue our discussion about beautiful soup objects. And with that, let's go ahead and turn on the machine.
Beautiful soup objects, Part 3. You probably won't need to do this, but if you do, use the defaults as a guide. They implement the rules described in the HTML specification. From BS4, builder import builder_registry. Builder_registry.lookup HTML.default_cd.
All right, let's talk about this for a minute. All right, so when you run this little bit of code, this pops out. What's it doing? Okay, it's going to we're using the request portion of the Beautiful Soup 4 library. There's actually 3 parts to this library. The second one is builder. Okay, the request is the most important, but there's builder and there's another one that I can't remember right now. Okay, and what we're doing is we're importing this builder registry function. All right, and when we run this code, we're going to look up, so builder registry, and then we're calling a function in that lookup, and we're passing it the HTML. And then there's something else we're adding here, default C data list attributes. And then it looks to me like it gives us a whole bunch of links. Let's see. I guess there's 3 different possibilities. I actually don't know what they're doing here. Okay, or why this is even useful. Let's just ignore that bit and continue.
Navigable string. A string corresponds to a bit of text within a tag. Beautiful Soup uses the navigable string class to contain these bits of text. Soup equals beautiful soup.
Okay, now we're getting into the important stuff. Okay, I really don't know what all that's all about. Okay. But what we're doing now is we're creating a beautiful soup object now. Okay, and this is the input. All right. And according to the document, once we do this and we run the following commands, tag string, it should come out as extremely bold. All right. So how many tags are there? Well, because this is an example, there's only one, okay, which is the B tag, all right? And then we've got a class, and then this little bit here is the string, okay? So this command that we're using here is going to deal with manipulating that data, I think, and some other elements in this tag. So what else do we want to look? So when the book says when we run this code, and if we want to look at what the tag string said, it would say extremely bold, and it does. Okay, and then it says that if we went ahead and look at the type of the string tag, it'll equal that, which is class navigable string, right? And the yellow part is what actually comes out. And I'll show that to you when we get to the output, okay? Because what I'm doing is I'm taking stuff from the output of the code that we run, and I'm inputting it into the document so we can take a look at it. The yellow part, for the most part, is what is being displayed in these objects, and then the green is what the manual says we should be expecting. And right now we're fine, okay? All right, now let's keep reading.
A navigable string is just like a Python Unicode string, except that it also supports some of the features described in navigating the tree and searching the tree. You can convert a navigable string to a Unicode string with Unicode.
Okay, so what this little bit of the manual is dealing with is it wants to teach us how to take this navigable string object and convert it into something called a Unicode string and back and forth. Okay, and here's the code that'll do it, except for this.
I enabled the compatibility check in my Python IDE, and now I realize that the inherited Python 2.7 code has a lot of calls to Unicode, which are not allowed in Python 3.x.
It's called deprecation because we're running Python 3 point higher. Okay, it doesn't use Unicodes anymore. Okay, so we don't have to worry about this bit. So we'll just do this. Da, 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 da. And because we didn't do this bit, we didn't screw with the tag name. Okay, which bottom line, you can take the B and you can change it from B to block code because there's nothing special about the B. You could call it XYZ if you wanted to, as far as the tags. Do you understand? So you can change the name of the tag. Oh, that was kind of useful. Well, we're talking about that now. Dun, 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 dun. Let's continue with our nav, because what we're doing is we're talking about we're navigating the string.
Navigable string supports most of the features described in navigating the tree and searching the tree, but not all of them. In particular, since a string can't contain anything, the way a tag may contain a string or another tag, strings don't support the .contents or .string attributes, or the find method. If you want to use a navigable string outside of Beautiful Soup, you should call Unicode on it to turn it into
a... Don't worry about that. Oh, we did do this part. That's right. Okay, so let me go back. This bit we did do. So in here, we want to replace that variable, extremely bold, in the tag with no longer bold. All right, and this is the command you do that. You go tag string replace with, and then you put in the new code. And here's the interesting part. Do you notice it's not saying if you see a the, make it a the, right? It already knows what needs to be replaced because there's only one string in that tag. All right. So, and then of course, because we didn't run that little bit up here where we would change the B tag to the block quote tag, when the output comes, it's still B, right? But in this case, you can see how the code that said extremely code has actually now been changed. The value has been changed in the tag. And here we are in the code. I'm just going to page through it slowly. Okay. All right. Now you see where I commented out the Unicode because it was kept blowing up on me because I didn't have the Unicode package, and it wouldn't find it because it's been deprecated. And it took me a half an hour to figure that out. And here's that last little bit. We're modifying the value of the string in the tag. All right, with that, let's go over to and take a look at the output. And here we have the output. As you can remember, every time we create a Beautiful Soup object, all this code seems to be generated, this stuff right in here. This is from when we looked up the value of that HTML lookup. I really don't understand what that is. Then here we run the code, and here's some of our output where we go like, hey man, what is the object type of a tag string? Okay, well there it is. Okay, it's a navigable string. And here's where we got the output for that. All right. And with that, that completes the video today. And we'll see you in the next video.